You know that feeling when you start a new job? It's like being dropped in a new city with no map. You've got so much to learn, so many people to meet, and you're just hoping you make a great impression. Well, today, we're going to build that map. We're diving into the 30, 60, 90-day plan. It's this amazing framework for mastering the first 3 months of any new role. This right here, this is the question that keeps both the new hire and their manager up at night. As the new person, you're constantly thinking, am I doing enough? Am I where I'm supposed to be? And your manager? They're wondering, are they getting it? Are they learning fast enough? It's this shared anxiety that's just born from pure uncertainty. But what if we could just get rid of that uncertainty?
All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about the core problem and how this plan is the solution. Then we're going to break down each month, 1, 2, and 3. And finally, we'll cover what a really good, finished plan actually looks like.
Okay, let's just tackle that uncertainty head on. The whole point of this framework is to create a clear roadmap that everyone agrees on. It gets you and your manager on the exact same page, right from day one.
So what is it really? A 30, 60, 90-day plan is a framework that lays out what you should be learning, doing, and owning in your first 3 months. But look, the most important part of this definition is that last bit, a shared target for success. This isn't just a to-do list for you, it's an agreement. It aligns expectations, and that is absolutely crucial for building momentum and confidence.
From a bird's eye view, the journey looks just like this. Month 1 is all about being a sponge, just absorbing information. Month 2, you start putting it into practice, and by month 3, boom, you are a fully contributing member of the team. See, it's a journey from dependence to independence. It's just a logical, empowering progression that builds you up step by step.
And you know, if you really boil it all down, it comes to these 3 simple words. Observe, assist, own. This is the secret sauce for the entire 90 days. Everything you do, every goal you set, it should fit into this natural evolution from learning the ropes to really taking the lead.
Okay, so let's zoom in on that first 30 days, the observe and learn phase. For this first month, your main job is to be a sponge. Seriously, your goal isn't to come in and reinvent the wheel. It's to soak up the company culture, the processes, the people, and all that knowledge.
What's really crucial here is balance. Yeah, you're learning the tools and the official processes, but you're also starting to do things, always with support, like a safety net. And please, do not sleep on that last point, building relationships. This is your foundation. A huge mistake people make is they only focus on the technical stuff, but knowing who to ask for help is often just as important as knowing how to do the work.
So, after a month of observing, it's time to shift gears into the assist phase. Month 2 is where the training wheels start to come off. You're moving from being the student to being more of an apprentice. You're starting to actively help out and take on more responsibility.
This slide just nails the shift perfectly. It works like a simple change in wording, but in reality, it's a massive change in how you operate. You go from doing with support to doing more independently. This is your chance to start showing that you've been listening and learning. It's the difference between asking, hey, how do I do this? And saying, hey, here's my first pass at this. What do you think?
So what does this actually look like day to day? Well, the big theme here is autonomy. You're not just doing one-off tasks anymore. Now, you might be taking the lead on a smaller part of a big project. Your whole goal is to show real, tangible progress and build your manager's trust.
And that brings us to the final stage of the journey, own. Month 3 is the destination. I mean, the whole point of the first 60 days was to get you ready for this moment, to become a fully integrated team member who doesn't just complete tasks but actually owns outcomes.
By day 90, you'll notice the language is totally different. We're talking about full ownership of your main responsibilities. The expectation is that you're hitting your performance targets and, this is key, you're proactively contributing. You're not just learning the playbook anymore, you're on the field, helping the team win.
Okay, so we've walked through all 3 stages. But how do you know if you have a good plan? When you're done writing it, what does a finished, effective roadmap actually look like on paper?
Here's the most important thing. A good plan is never vague. It has clear, specific bullet points for each 30-day checkpoint. And when you read the whole thing from top to bottom, you should be able to see that clear story we've been talking about, that progression from observing to assisting to owning. If you can't see that story in the plan, it's not done yet. And in the end, this is the whole point. This isn't about micromanaging or just checking off boxes. It's about systematically turning a new hire into a confident, fully integrated, and valuable member of the team. It transforms a time that's usually full of anxiety into a period of structured growth and achievement.
So think about it. The next time you or someone on your team starts a new role, remember that their journey begins on day one. The only question is their map ready?